Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back. That was The Weeknd with Wicked Games. Now, we had a little technical issue again. I think someone put a hex on the show because I think they know I'm going to talk about people tonight. Heard much from Keri since No Boys Allowed, since Pretty Girl Rock. That's pretty much the last time we heard from Keri, and she was lucky to have that as a hit single. But now that, you know, Keri, she's been away for some time now, but she's coming back, people, because she just Pretty Girl rocked her way all the way to Wilhelmina Modeling Agency, people. That's right. Keri is going to be seen around a lot of fashion outlets, and she is going to be I guess she's a new model now. Big up to the girl that used to be called Big Bird. But here's the story, people. Ever since Keri appeared on the scenes, she's been, you know, on red carpets, and she sometimes have a little style and everything like that. And she's been spotted at front rows on fashion shows and everything, alongside Kanye West at Jeremy Scott's runway. And you know, she's a little. She has a little fashion sense to her, but she annoys the shit out of me. But she has a little fashion sense. Well, she's joined the likes of Iggy Azalea, Rita Ora, and she's going to be the new, she's an official certified model now. Do you think that's a good thing for her to be doing right now? You know, since the music thing isn't quite working now, and she's not really a solidified songwriter like she used to be. Like, she used to write for everybody. You used to hear Keri Hilson wrote such and such and such and such. Even when she was with the writing team, The Clutch, she was always writing on everybody's song. But Keri's kind of been falling back from music lately. So do you think it's a good thing for Keri to be, you know, taking this modeling road right now to, you know, at least make a nice $2 to get a nice little McDouble mini meal from McDonald's? You think this is... What's your thoughts on Keri, you know, taking this new venture in life right now?
You know, honestly, you know, I'm not a big fan of Keri. I think she has an okay voice, but she looks really good. A beautiful, nice body. She's a tall, like what I would call a tall glass of milk. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think it's a good move for the lesbian.
Yeah.
Really good move for her. But you know, as far as I don't believe in, you know, neglecting music, or, you know, but like I said, it's a good move for the lesbian. Maybe she'll step back into and what messed her up is when she came with that diss record.
Yeah.
I think she would have had a lot more success had she not been, I mean, although she wasn't brand new on the scene with her writing, but this is our first time seeing you in the limelight, and you come out and taking jabs at people. And it's like, it was uncalled for. You wait to the second album to do shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, she can't, you know, it would never be a good look for her as far as music goes because of that.
Yeah.
So I think this might be a good move for a lesbian, being that she looks good, she can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen her walk down the runway and nothing like that.
That's the thing.
But I mean, she can do a few magazine shots, pictures, and shit like that. It's a good move for her.
Yep. And y'all know how I always feel about Keri. Y'all know I will, like I said, I always have a love-hate relationship with her. Dating back, I'm gonna give y'all the backstory real quick because this is dating back to like 07. Even hell, 05, 04, I've been rocking with Keri because she, at that time I wanted to be in the music industry as a writer and stuff like that. So I was looking at people's writing skills like, okay, who can I look up to as a writer basically? And I like Keri because she seems so humble, she seems so cool, she seems so nice, and I remember I met her at the Philadelphia Music Conference. This was right after the disc record came out. And she seemed cool and nice too. But then when she got on stage, she totally flipped. She was like, don't ask me no questions about, the disc record or I'm leaving and stuff like that. I was like, what the fuck? You better humble yourself real quick, girl. You just now getting in the industry. Your album just barely hit gold. You got lucky with that hit single, Knock You Down. You think you top shit now? And then that kind of made me like have this love-hate relationship with her because I'm pretty sure she's a real cool person underneath it all, but she's real cocky though, and you can't. This is like Sean Garrett. That's why he will never get on because I mean,
I never heard about his story. Now, what did he exactly do?
Just the way it's just how he presents himself. Like he's written lots of hits for everybody. He can't write a hit for himself. His album was good though. He had his album that came out only in Japan, but it was good though.
I wasn't aware of that.
Exactly. Turbo 919, this name of it, people. It was a good CD though, but it only came out in Japan. But because, like, Sean Garrett's one of those people when he got that little piece of success and he started showing his face a lot, he started getting a little cocky in interviews and he started saying little things. And I forgot exactly what it was. I just know it was something where sometimes you gotta humble yourself before you start talking because you may never get to that point where you want to. And let's be honest, no pun intended to Keri, but he hasn't come. Even if he keeps trying to come out with the album, it will never come out. Back a couple of years ago, he was supposed to come out with another CD. It never came out. So it's just. It's just one of those lessons where you have to humble yourself, people, if you want to achieve what you want to go after. Even if it takes a while, you still have to humble yourself and don't try to be the cocky person just because you're hot for the moment. Nah, cause you'll be like a Keri Hilson, you'll be another Brooke Valentine, you'll be another Tyra B, you'll be all these people. So just humble yourself and be cool with it.
And you don't want to end up like a lesbian.
Exactly. Shout out to Tyra B and Keri Hilson. But I'm gonna be nice to Tyra B. She's from Petersburg. Once upon a time on the show, I said that if I saw her in Petersburg, I would knock her ass out, nigga to nigga. But I will not do that to her because I actually talked to her on Twitter. I talked to her on Twitter a few weeks ago, and she was real cool. So hopefully she never listens to those episodes when I talked about her. But it was for good reason, though, people. When you have potential and you just let it drop, I get upset. I feel wholeheartedly about that. I really get my emotions involved around that because I like to see people with potential to go forth and do their thing. And when you have it in your hand...
she had it. And what happened, because I remember when she came out with the Country Boys record, that was a good look for her. And it's like, you didn't see her no more. And then she came out with the Still in Love record some years down the line. And again, she disappeared.
Yeah.
So, drop a mixtape. I mean, that's what I'm about to do, and that's what a lot of people are doing.
Yeah.
People are dropping mixtapes, and people are downloading and seeing what you can do with a project, and that kind of sets I kind of feel like now that sets the platform of what you can do with an album, or what ideas run through your head as an artist, and that shows a lot of creativity as well as the way you actually arrange a project, and that sets the platform of what makes of what people may think and what people may be interested in actually going and buying your project.
Exactly. And she gave me the backstory too when we talked on Twitter. So I'm gonna try and get her on the show to do an interview. Maybe because we're cleaner now. Let me speak for myself because I went in on her. I'm better now. I'm not gonna talk about you as bad as I used to. So I will try my best to get an interview with her. I'm pretty sure she has some projects coming up and everything like that. But she kind of gave me the backstory on why it took so long between those. Cause even she had the joint Giving Me a Rush that sampled Michael Jackson's Human Nature and Paula.
I remember that.
That was actually a legit hit in the making because even radio in Philly played her. I remember that was the year I had moved to Philly, and they were playing her joint. And I was like, when you get played out of VA and other areas on top radio stations, that's a good look. And once again, the ball was dropped. But she said she had just gotten out of a 6-year label situation deal that she finally just got out of it. So, like I said, hopefully we can get an interview with her to, elaborate more on that. But moving on, speaking of artist people now, I'm pretty sure everybody on here listens to Pandora. I know y'all get y'all fits off of Pandora. Y'all listen to Pandora straight all the way through every night before you go to bed and everything like that. My ratchet ass customers at the store, they always like, oh yeah, put Pandora on my phone. Now, first of all, if you got a 2 GB only smartphone that was $2.99, man, ad people, and you expect to put Pandora and Instagram and all these other apps on your phone, it ain't gonna happen. But let me not get too involved with that, everybody. But right now, a lot of artists are mad at Pandora. Now, here's the old story. When it comes to cutting their money, you can expect a lot of music's greatest to take action. Now, artists like Katy Perry, Britney Spears, CeeLo Green, Neo, Maroon 5, Keisha Cole, Nas, and 100 other artists have released an open letter to Pandora regarding their attempt to persuade Congress to pass the Internet Radio Fairness Act, which would reduce the fees the Internet radio service pays for playing artists' music, saying that this proposal So basically, a lot of the artists are upset because, let me go back to this other part right here. Today, the discrimination is extraordinary. In 2011, Pandora paid over 50% of revenues in performance royalties, while Sirius XM satellite radio paid less than 10%, which is a statement from Pandora themselves. So Pandora feels some kind of way, and a lot of the artists feel some kind of way, and it's one of those things where you wonder, okay, because everybody knows that the music industry is going into a different way right now with, being the digital age. So should artists really feel some kind of way that Pandora is, in a sense, taking their artistry for granted by adding these fees, and keep in mind, people, they're not going to start charging people to listen to Pandora, so that's not the issue right there. But at the same time, a lot of these artists have to make money, and sometimes these artists that's gaining a good foot in the digital age, sometimes they're not touring, so this is kind of like the only thing. And then, albums don't sell like that. The record industry is still in decline as far as physical CDs, and, depending on which artist you are, you can sell, if you're Taylor Swift with somebody. But if you're, one of these, a Brandy or a Monica today, you're not going to sell like that. So they rely on getting their music heard on Pandora and stuff like that, but it's kind of taken away from their pockets with this new act that they're about to propose. So I mean, you as an artist, Kevin, I'm always going to revert back to you as an artist. What's your take on that?
Well, I can't really say personally because I haven't necessarily had any records as far as selling records go. I'm not at that stage, and I will be around this time next year as far as putting out records. But it all depends. Like I said, like the artists, like you said, artists like Brandy and Monica and, you know, other people that's not up there, that's not like high fellas, that's not up there with Lady Gaga and Jay-Z